Calculating the imperial formula is quite easy. There's 4 simple steps to follow. I will walk you through these steps with a couple examples, starting with this one. A compound is found to contain 63.52% of iron and 36.48% of sulfur. Find its imperial formula. Step 1. Change percents to grams. So the percents they give you in the problem change directly over to grams. So sulfur becomes 63.52 grams, while iron becomes 36.48 grams. Step 2. Find the molar mass. Convert grams to moles. So iron, 63.52 grams. Draw your box with 1 mole over 55.85 grams. 55.85 grams is your molar mass from the periodic table of iron. So you multiply 63.52 grams times 1 mole, which leaves you 63.52 divided by 55.85. When you put this in your calculator, you get 1.137 moles of iron. Then you move to sulfur. 36.48 grams divided by 32.06 grams equals 1.138 moles sulfur. So after you get your moles, you move to step 3, which is divide the smallest amount of moles. So out of these two, which one's the smallest? Iron, because sulfur has an 8 and then iron has the 7. So you take the amount of moles iron has divided by the same amount, which equals 1 mole of iron. Then you take sulfur divided by the moles of iron, which leaves you with 1.001 moles of sulfur. So that leaves you with 1 iron and 1 sulfur. You put those together and you get FeS. That's your imperial formula. Here is another example of calculating imperial formula. A 170 grams sample of an unidentified compound contains 29.84 grams sodium, 67.49 grams chromium, and 72.67 grams oxygen. Find the imperial formula. So, with this equation, since they don't give us our numbers in percentages and it's already in grams, means we can skip step 1, which was changing grams to percentages. We can go right into step 2, which is where we change grams to moles. So first one, sodium, 29.84, we change into moles by dividing that by 22.99 grams equals 1.298 moles sodium. Next we go to chromium. 67.49 divided by 52 grams equals 1.298 moles chromium. Then last but not least, oxygen. 72.67 grams divided by 16 grams equals 4.54 moles of oxygen. We take all of our moles divided by the smallest number of moles, which was 1.298. That is, sodium and chromium are tied. So we divide it by that number. So is 1, chromium, that's 1, because they divided by themselves. But then oxygen, 4.54 divided by 1.298 equals 3.50 moles oxygen. You divide all these numbers by 2, and your imperial formula is right here, sodium 2, chromium 2, oxygen 7.